Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Johnson. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll roll him out right. And some room to work. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And now they'll throw with Allen. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. David Johnson, 39 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he finds Tyler Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Foles. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Foles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Josh Gordon, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Here's Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They pitch it out to Johnson. And some space here. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Oh, what a move. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Foles. And the grab by Croft. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And able to find Dorsett. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. 12 more yards there and another first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Back to throw now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 39 that time. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Looking to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, Allen. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 5.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there just before halftime. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Foles now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down, Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. The 40. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big run there by Freeman. And even 50 yards on the ground. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for first and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. Freeman with a fast feet. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone. But, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Lucky 56.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
Leopard! Detroit!
They go to Johnson again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They toss it out right to Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And the return will stop right around the 25. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Able to fight through one tackle. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. Right back to him on first down. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Freeman. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Josh Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
got you now, Barney.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Allen. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for the... Allen hit. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of a couple. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Watch it now, Barney!
Here we go with Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, this guy's had a monster game on the ground. So if you're going to go for it on fourth and short, it can't be any secret who's going to get the ball. And sure enough, he's going to add to his total here as they pick up the first down. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.